Hi guys, it's Jamila here from Slap. Today I'm going to be doing a video on the brand new Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. This is brand new from Lancome and I was very excited to be trying it out for you guys today. So I'm just going to get into it, but if you haven't subscribed already guys, please subscribe. I would love to have you in the Slap family. And without further ado guys, here is the video. Today I'm going to be doing a video on the brand new Lancome concealer. This is brand new from Lancome and I was very excited about it actually. I saw it launch, I was like, okay, interesting. See what happens when it comes out, see if I want to try it. It came out and I was like, yeah, I do actually want to try it. Weirdly enough, I just got an email from Lancome being like, oh, it's out, it's here. I was like, yeah, let's do it. Why not? So I bought it online at lancome.co.uk and it came really quickly. It came in like 2-3 days. And they sent me some little samples, which was really cute, and they sent me a little card saying thanks, and it was very cute. So I'm excited to try it. I have to say it was a bit difficult to find the right shade because there was a much smaller shade range in the UK than there is on the USA website. This was the darkest shade when I ordered it. This is the shade 500. Since I've ordered this and went back to have a look at it today, they have added more shades, deeper, richer. They've also, since I ordered it, changed the shade name. So when I ordered it in the UK, it was saying it was 500 Suede, which is the same shade it was saying in the US. But when it arrived, it said 11 Muscard, which is my foundation shade from Lancome. They have obviously got like European shades and US shades, so just keep that in mind. This shade that I got is 500 Suede W in the USA and 11 Muscard in the UK. I'm just going to get into it. I'm very excited to try it. I do love the Lancome foundations, especially the Teint Idole Ultra Wear Nude and the Teint Miracle, which I call Teint Miracle. This is the Teint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer, and it says it is a multitasking concealer, up to 24 hours comfort and wear. Coverage 3 out of 4 dots, which is quite cool that they've given us a new coverage chart. I like that. It is suitable for all skin types, and then it has like a little extra bit where it says including sensitive and dry, which is great. I am sensitive and sometimes dry, so that's good. It is 13 mils and 0.43 fluid ounces. It's got a lot of information on the packaging. It says also up to 24-hour wear, medium to full breathable coverage, evens out skin tone seamlessly, conceals redness and signs of fatigue, smooths fine lines and dry areas, 24-hour moisture and comfort. And then it says it's infused with moringa extract, which won't dry up the skin, won't cake or crease, and feels breathable. 24-hour wear is a very bold claim and something we don't need. Anyway, so this is Teint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. I'm very excited about it. I'm going to show you guys the packaging. I'm going to read you some more of the blurb of their website. I'm going to show you the swatches on their website and show you the swatch pictures as well, because that was very helpful for me picking this one. It says it is a hydrating, lightweight, full coverage concealer that brightens dark under eyes and covers imperfections without creasing or caking. Sounds perfect. Infused with skin-loving ingredients, this multi-use concealer provides up to 24 hours of hydration and comfort in a natural matte finish. The ultra-blendable formula and precise tip applicator target dark spots, blemishes, and redness without settling into fine lines or creasing. This concealer can be worn on its own or together with Teint Idole Ultra Wear 24-hour long wear foundation. And it's got some pictures where you can kind of see the transformation, and the pictures are good. It really does look like it evens out the complexion, really helps with dark circles from what their pictures show. So I'll show you some of the pictures. So it definitely looks like it does a really good job with dark circles, and that's obviously something I really suffer with, and the main reason I use concealer because my under eye circles are quite intense. So from the pictures it looks really good. If it is good, it will be in the Slap app soon if it's a good product. They've got 3 concealers, so they've got the Effercerns, the Teint Idole Ultra Wear Camouflage Concealer, which is a full coverage long wear concealer, and then this new one, which is the Teint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer, which is a multi-purpose targeted concealer. And they're quite different. The other one, the camouflage one, is like in a squeezy tube with a pointed nozzle. Seems like quite an old school concealer. This new one definitely seems like a much more modern one. It says this one is natural matte, buildable medium to full coverage. Concerns are for dark under eyes, blemishes, dark spots, fine lines. 20 shades, is a lightweight liquid, and 24-hour hydration and sweat resistant. So these are the swatches. I got the shade 500, which in the US is called 500 Suede Warm, and there are 2 shades after, 520 Suede Warm and 550 Suede Cool. It's not actually that big a shade range considering, to be fair. There's a lot more lighter medium shades than there are deep rich shades. In the UK, I have the shade 11 Muscard. After that, there's a 13.1 Cacao and a 15 Mocha. So it seems like there are only 2 shades after my shade, which from Lancome is a bit disappointing. It doesn't seem like a huge shade range, especially at the deeper end of the spectrum, which is a bit disappointing because Lancome were actually very good with their shade ranges, especially when they had their Teint Idole foundation. So it's a bit disappointing in that respect. Those are the swatches on. As you can tell, my Teint Idole Lancome foundation is actually a lot darker than it should be. It's really not a 11 Muscard, but for some reason that's just the shade that it came out at. The Teint Idole Ultra Nude is a lot more similar to this concealer, which is great. But this concealer I'd say is probably the most similar in shade to the Fenty 420 concealer. I feel like it dries down a little bit more olive than both the Fenty and the actual Teint Idole Ultra Wear Nude, but it isn't dissimilar to those two, so I'd probably say those are the closest matches. I actually really like the packaging of this. It's actually really cute. It's like a mini bottle of the Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation, but even cuter. I like the way it kind of comes in at the sides, gives like a really interesting effect. At the top it's got the same emblem crest as the foundations do, and the colour looks really nice. It is a bit more olive than what I was expecting it to be and what it looks like upon first swatch, but we'll see how that goes on the face. I really like the brush. It looks pretty cool. It's quite fat actually, the brush, and it's more of like a tulip shape, but then it's got a flat edge if you do want to kind of get into some of the crevices. It's a weird shape. I'm not sure how well it really holds the product, but it could be good if you are a bit heavy-handed like me and need something to help control you. So I'm going to give you a quick close-up of the wand because I feel like it is quite interesting. So the concealer is 13 mils and 0.43 fluid ounces. The Pat McGrath is 5 mils, so it is quite small. It's 5 mils and 0.16 fluid ounces. The Lancome comes in a plastic bottle, so sure that helps it be a little bit cheaper. The Pat is glass, so it's a bit more expensive. One of my favourite concealers is the Dual Forever Skin Correct Concealer. That is 11 mils and 0.37 fluid ounces. So this new Teint Idole, even though it looks smaller, it's actually bigger than the Dior, which is quite impressive. The Fenty Pro Filter is 8 mils, so it's more similar in size to the Pat McGrath. So I'm really impressed that this is quite large. I like the look of the colour. I'm not sure about the dry down. It did dry down a little bit olive looking, but we shall see. I'm just going to get into it. I'm going to show you guys a quick demo. On one side I'm going to put it on its own, see how it wears, and then on the other side I'm going to put it on top of foundation. At the moment I'm using a mixture between the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk foundation in the shade 13, which is a bit rich, and the MAC Studio Radiance new face and body foundation, which I love, which is in the shade C7, which is a bit light for me now. So together they are actually a really good combo, and you guys have been liking that, the way those come together. So I'm going to put that on this side, and then I'm going to put the concealer on top. At the moment I've started to veer towards concealer over foundation. I never thought I would be someone who wears the concealer over their foundation. I thought I was just really unique and wore my concealer under, but I actually now see why people do wear it over. It just helps your skin look a bit more natural, a bit more sheer, and a bit less like cakey and full coverage and like. I'll do the singular side first, and then we can see a comparison between both sides as well. As you can see, my dark circles are pretty huge, so I'm really excited to see how well this covers up my dark circles. I'm sure it's going to do a good job of covering them up, especially from what their images look like. It looked like it does a really good job, so I'm going to just do this now. So let's see what this looks like. I'm going to put a bit down the middle because the brush is actually weirdly flexible. As I was putting it down the bridge of my nose, I felt like it was quite flexible. So that's good to see. It definitely does have a lot of give, which is good. I'm just going to leave that on for a second, and then I will blend it out. I like the colour of this is really nice actually. It's not too much like my skin tone, which is good. It's a little bit brighter. I'm just going to blend it out with my trusty Real Techniques brush. For just a very small amount, it's covered up my dark circle, and the blend out on it was so gentle, so lightweight. Didn't feel as thick as my Christian Dior Skin Correct Forever one. It felt a lot more lightweight, a lot easier to blend out actually. and it's got a really nice kind of semi-matte, natural matte looking finish. It just looks like my skin. So I really like that. I feel like it's done such a good job actually. It looks really natural. It's definitely something I could just wear out in the day without having to like do a full face, and it's completely covered up my under eye dark circle, and the blend out was really, really natural. I really like that. So on this side, I'm going to put a bit of foundation on, and then I'm going to pop the concealer on top. I really feel like this is a concealer you don't need to have any foundation on. It can be worn on its own really, really easily. So that's my side with just concealer on. That's me with a little bit of luminous foundation on. I'm going to pop the concealer on top now and see how that goes. It does have a little stopper in the lid, so it does make it a little bit harder to pull out, but I think that just means that you're not going to pick up too much product. When I'm putting concealer on top, what I normally do is blend it out with a sponge. Just means it doesn't go too heavy, especially if I'm using it on top of foundation. I feel like that looks even better, and I didn't think it could look more natural, but it looks even better on top of foundation. It sits on top of it really nicely. It's got a really nice radiance to it on top of the foundation as well, but it doesn't look overly glowy. It really looks more natural and kind of more laid back on its own, but on top of foundation it looks really nice. I feel like it's got a really nice consistency, looks a bit more perfected, looks a bit more like ready to go out, whereas this looks a bit more just like chill, casual, I've got no makeup on but I do kind of thing. So I'm going to give you guys a quick close-up. In the mirror it looks even more natural and radiant without being overly glowy and overly glossy. I want to see, I feel like it's done a really good job with just one little coat of covering up my dark circles, and I think this is actually perfect. I would happily just wear it like this, but I want to see how we can build it up, because you know I like to just be ridiculous. So I'm going to try and layer it up on both sides. I think maybe this side I'll leave. On this side I think I will layer it up a bit more. Blend out with a brush is so flawless, so seamless. You just wouldn't, I've never had a concealer that just disappears like that and really blends into itself without actually disappearing. So I think it's really nice. With a sponge on top of the foundation, I also really like it. I feel like it's got a bit more radiance, a bit more dewiness, and is good. But I feel like 2 coats of this is absolutely fine, and it's all you really need for like an everyday look. So I'm really happy with this. I don't think it's completely creaseless. I don't really think many things are, but I think it's done a good job. So guys, that is my finished look. A very quick little video of the new Lancome concealer. Sorry I couldn't do more of my face. I'm feeling a bit unwell. My body is giving me jip, so I just did the best I could. Might put a bit more bronzer on. One sec, I'll be back. So guys, that is it. That is the new Lancome Teint Idole Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. I'm actually really happy with this. I feel like it's done a really good job. It looks really natural on my skin, and I really liked it worn both ways. I really liked it over the foundation and on its own as well. So I think it's really nice. I think it's done a really good job. I really like the shade. I think it's probably my favorite shade, and it is really close to my skin tone, so much so that it just blends out effortlessly. I'm just going to give you a quick close up. It definitely is a little bit creasy under my eyes, but my under eyes are quite creasy. They do have quite a lot of fine lines, so I think if you don't have too many fine lines, you should be fine with this. I do really like the way this sits though, and I think it looks really flawless, especially worn as an all-over concealer, which is what it says it will do. I'm not sure about 24-hour wear, and I won't be able to do a wear test today because I'm not feeling extremely well, but maybe I'll try and put it on tomorrow and insert some clips. That could actually be really helpful. So that's what I'll do. I'll put it on tomorrow, and then I will insert some clips throughout the day. I think it's 11 o'clock. I've had this on since 3. 8 hours. I didn't put much on. I just put it on my face. Didn't put any foundation on. Just put a bit of the concealer and a bit of powder under my eyes, and I feel like it's actually done a good job. My eyebrows look a bit nuts though, but that's a different story. So yeah, let me try and get under a good light. I think for 8 hours wear, I think this is really good. It's nice. Obviously, I don't think it's going to last 24 hours, but we don't need it to. But yeah, I think it looks cute. It's done pretty well in my fine lines as well. I do definitely have fine lines, but it does look overly creasy. I think it looks less creasy than it did when I applied it in the video yesterday. So yeah, I think it's actually done a really nice job. It's just really easy. And considering I don't have any foundation on, I think it's cute. It looks natural. So yeah, not bad at all actually. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Will you be buying it? Will you be trying it? Let me know. If you haven't subscribed already guys, please subscribe. I would love to have you in the Slap family. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.